Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, before I get into my lesson, straight to the point, I want to start off by giving all praises unto Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim, Rakal HaKodash, double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone that teach and that rule well today. And salutation also to the fellow laborers that's in the ministry and the believers that scatter worldwide in all truth and sincerity, day in and day out. Shalom. So basically, I'm just going to read this quick headline off of End Time Headlines. As you can see it, experts reveal where Iranian sleeper agents are going to strike next. Okay, and for us that's in the faith, this ain't no coincidence, man. Okay, brothers have been doing videos lately touching on this subject matter. Okay, about ever since the whole deal with Israel and Iran, started attacking each other a couple of weeks ago. And now you have, Donald Trump being involved, okay, sending airstrikes, okay, in retaliation against Iran, okay. And, now you got the talks over here in the States, okay, possibly that now they got sleeper cells, okay, at any time that can cause a T attack, okay. And so you can see off this website, okay, I'm going to read a little bit of it. You can see it says a former FBI boss had warned that America remains vulnerable to a terrorist attack by pro-Iran militants who entered the U.S. during the Biden era open border period. Okay, and so we know what happened under the Biden administration. Okay, with the whole border open up, allowing migrants to come over from the Central and South America border. Okay, up to Texas. Okay, but not only that, you got not only so-called Hispanics and Latino tribes that was coming up here. Okay, but you even have other foreign nations coming over here. Okay, such as the Chinese, okay, the Arabs, the Japanese, and now all of a sudden, the Iranians or Iran. Okay, which we know a lot of it is staged. Okay, 'cause a lot of these no nations I named, a lot of them they men are over here, okay, ready to be set up for, martial law, okay, or martial law troops, man. Okay, when it comes to, the time of the lockdowns, curfews, okay, at this place America about to be on the verge of it, financial crash, okay. But we know a lot of these now, when it comes to this situation with Iran, okay, that now that, the war between Israel and Iran and America getting involved is, spicing up. Okay, now they're saying it's possible that militants, okay, or Iran militants, okay, or sleeper cells can cause a T attack over here. Okay, and of course they're gonna blame Iran for it. Okay, because now Iran is the newest big bad, bad guy or villain or boogeyman. Okay. But really, this is what these elites want, okay, and the American government, okay. All of them, when it comes to Biden or Trump, they all play a role into beating these elites' agenda, okay. Like I said, because during the time Biden had the borders open, okay, they already know who was coming over here, okay. But now Trump, all about America now, closing the borders up, deportation, the ICE, okay, raids, okay. Now you got the protestings going on. And now possibly, amongst these protesters, okay, there can be a SC or a sleeper cell, I say, amongst them, okay, that can cause a T attack. And now, the latest can be the Iranians behind it. Okay, but us that's in the faith, okay, we're not ignorant to Satan devices, man. Okay, so we will keep our eye open for the next big event, okay, or event that can lead to more, eventually they want to bring a lockdown to this place, America. Okay, they want to bring strict legislations. Okay, they want to set up their troops. Okay, mainly foreign troops. Okay, when it comes to you American citizens, when it comes to these protests, and like I say, the civil unrest. Okay, especially when it comes to that financial crash that's about to take place. Okay, knowing that's going to lead to more and more uproars of the people. Okay, so they already had their troops in place. Okay, like I said, even if they're gonna be here to do martial law. They have during the time of martial law, or certain of these foreign nations over here. Okay, they can use to set up a T attack. Okay, so let me go ahead and get into the scriptures because I don't want to make this video too long. Let's get on. Let's start off with let me see. Yes, 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. That Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And that's going into Esau Edom, okay? When it comes to Esau Edom, the so-called white race, many of these elites, okay, they do the bidding of Satan, okay, here on the earth, okay, because Esau Edom is the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, okay? It says, for we not ignorant of his devices. And the devices of Esau Edom, when it comes to these elites, okay, at this time they want to forge an NWO, okay? And part of the NWO, they want to bring, or they got the saying, order out of chaos, okay? Polycrisis. They never let a good crisis go to waste, okay? So, pressure from above, pressure from above, pressure from below, okay? Problem, action, solution, okay? They got many sayings, man, okay? But us that's in the faith and that's paying attention and that has been following the true men of Yahweh Shema Shai, starting with the men of Great Millstone, okay, and the brother on down, has always give us the warning when it comes to the scriptures, okay, of Esau Edom. And at this time, Esau Edom, when it comes to these elites and the less illuminated ones, okay, they're doing their bidding when it comes to their agenda, okay? As you know, they want to once again bring order out of chaos, man. Okay, so we're not ignorant, okay, of Satan devices. Okay, us that's in the faith. But majority of our people, when it comes to you simple Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, they're not paying attention, they're gonna get cut off guard. Okay. And just as the average American citizen, okay, but you got some people that's in the know that see what's going on, okay, but only the elect really, okay, that can pinpoint everything back to the scriptures, okay, that Yahweh Shema Shai have everything covered, okay. But let's get on. On 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourself know perfectly that the day of the Lord come as a thief in the night, yet unexpected. Okay, but us that's in the faith, okay, we know the times of the season that we're in, because we understand the scriptures, okay, end time prophecies, okay, especially in the case when it comes to Esau Edom, okay, in their agenda, what they want to oppose. But it says, but it shall come as a thief in the night, because it's going to catch a lot of our people off guard, man, okay, when it comes to you Israelites, okay, and mainly, when it comes to you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, okay, when it comes to the non-believers, yeah, when it comes to Israelites that's putting the day of the Lord off, thinking that when it comes to knowing Israel, that's it, or it's all about partying, being in the spirit of mirth, using this word for merchandise, gimmicks, okay, all about, being entertained, okay. So they're not preparing themselves right along with the average Negro, Latino, Native American, okay. Whereas the day of the Lord gonna come and catch him off guard as a thief in the night, okay. Especially when all hell break loose, man, okay. And when there's a time of martial law, okay, detention centers, the implementation of the RFID micro, okay, more surveillance, okay, more draconian laws, okay. And when there's race wars, class wars, okay, blood in the street, okay, that's when our people gonna want to try to take heed, okay, but they're gonna be too late, okay. This is the time now to seek Yahweh Shema Shai while he may be found, okay. Isaiah 55:6, okay, and the way you find the Lord is by the way of his prophets, man, okay, the true prophets that's out there in the highways and byways. They're giving that stern warning as well by the way of the internet, okay. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Okay, so we ain't in the time of peace and safety, but that's what you're gonna have. Okay, the media or the news, okay, yeah, they might push, yeah, we might be on the verge of alert of an attack, but everything's all right. Okay, Because now at the time, you know, like in that article, it said America can be vulnerable, okay, to a T attack. And right now is the time of summer. Okay, people known to be in the spirit of mirth at this time. Okay, you got the 4th coming up, 4th of July. People known for having their cookouts or parades. Okay, partying or going out there to the clubs or bars, you know, concerts, going out there on tours or movies or, you know, sports events. Okay, at this time, anything can happen without out there in the public. Okay, but in the meantime, these people are still here in America comfortable. Okay, and at the same time, the government telling me hey, everything's all right. Okay, next day, you know, one of these SC, okay, can be active, and a T attack can take place. Okay, so we ain't in the time of mirth or being comfortable. We in the time of watching. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me finish this. And it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction come upon them as a travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief." Yeah, us that's in the faith. Okay, that has been called. Okay, hopefully to be chosen. Okay, but we're not in darkness. Okay, meaning that we're not in a state of confusion or blind to the fact what's going on when it comes to biblical prophecy. Okay, and end time prophecy, especially when it comes to this place America, especially when it comes to these elites agenda. Okay, and this government that's doing their bidding. Okay, so that's it on that. Let me get this. Now, this is a quick video. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 14. Wherefore he say, awake thou that sleepest, and rise from the dead, and Yahushua shall give thee light. Okay, right at this time, majority of our people are spiritually dead. Okay, when it comes to the Israelites. Okay, mainly when it comes to, you know, when it comes to Negro, Latinos, Native Americans. Okay, that's still lost. That don't know their true biblical nationality or their true power and the purpose of Yahushua and the times that we're in. Okay, but eventually the Lord gonna wake up the elect. Okay, just have you been woken up? Okay, us are the hopeful elect. Eventually, when all the elect wake up, hey, that's it. Okay, the elect gonna come into the understanding of the truth and the times that we in. Okay, that we enter into. Verse 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. They circumspect mean the watch. Okay, to be observed, to look around. Okay, and we know that by the way of knowing these scriptures, being taught and guided in the right way by the men, okay, that the Lord set up, and also to pay attention to the news, current events, okay, and filtering out through the scriptures, okay, to know the times that we're in, okay, and preparing ourselves. And it says, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And so us that's in the faith, we know the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. Okay? And we know eventually this place, America, will be destroyed, man, by the way of thermonuclear fire at the peak of the Third World War. Also leading to the time of Yahweh Shai's second coming. Okay, by the way of the chariots, what the world called UFOs. Okay? And also how Yahweh Shai is going to redeem the elect from out of the destruction of this place, America. Okay, from the missiles. Okay? But for 2/3 of our people, they're going to get caught up into the Lord's judgment. Okay? And right along with these heathens. Okay? Here in America. But prior to this place destroyed by fire, by the missiles, and all hell is going to break loose. Okay? And you know, as we're seeing more and more as these elites ready to bring in their agenda. Okay? And so we come to the time of this place crashing, man. Crashing, financial crash. Okay? A society, okay? Crash of the society. Anarchy, all hell breaking loose. Okay? Leading to more and more uproars of the people. Okay? And there's going to be a lot of, you know, bloodshed, man. Okay, so that's it on that. Let me see. I'll get this and I'll get ready to close. And it said, finally, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yahweh by Shema Shai, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Yeah, the wiles of the devil represent Esau Edom tricks. Okay, his agenda. Okay, his agenda that he got set up. Okay, these psyops, propaganda. Okay, the news media. Okay, they're pushing his propaganda. Okay, the T attacks. Okay, a lot of them on stage. Okay, we know about the FL. The FFL. I was trying to be careful. Okay, when it comes to the flags, a lot of these people are, besides sleeper cells, they agent provocateurs or crisis actors, okay, being paid off, or they just doing the bidding of Esau Edom. Okay, that's part of his wiles, his tricks. Okay, and use the social media to influence or push terror amongst the people. Okay, the American citizen. Okay, even a lot of it being exposed now, but the average American, they still, in the slumber. Okay, especially 2/3 of our people, man. Okay, that's why the Lord said, awake is thou that sleepest. Okay, but only the elect is going to be awakened. Okay, verse 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's Esau Edom. Okay, once again, which get their power from the spiritual demon Satan. Okay, the principalities. Okay, which is, Satan is an angel on the left hand side to do the bidding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the angels. Okay, which they would call demons. Okay, but that's where Esau Edom get their power from. Okay, and so we're not ignorant to that. Okay, and it says when it comes to Esau Edom, these elites, that's where they mainly get their power from. Okay, and it says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that ye may be able to stand withstand in the evil day, having done all to stand. Okay, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, having on the breastplate of righteousness, yet being covered in his faith. Okay, or in his truth. Okay, believing. Okay, and eventually Lord, have that covering over us. And it says, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Okay, Esau Edom, known as the wicked. Malachi verses 1 and 4. Okay. Micah. Matter of fact, let me get it so I won't. Because Esau known as the wicked. Let me see. It is Malachi. This is Malachi chapter 1 verse 4. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return to build the desolate places. Okay, and that's what they want to do now through the NWO. Okay, but I will throw down, and they shall call on the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever. Okay, so the Lord will eventually throw them down. Okay, when Yahweh shall return with the host of angels. Okay, to liberate or deliver the elect of the nation of Israel. And when it comes to this place, America, destruction, okay, that's going to indicate the downfall of Esau Edom. Okay, and these heathen nations. Okay, which their future is going into captivity. Okay, under the nation of Israel. Okay, the true biblical Hebrew Israelites. Okay, that point I want to get. Let me go back to Ephesians 6, and I close. And it says Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16. And above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Okay, and once again, Esau Edom, the border of wickedness. And the fiery darts is his lies, his deceivedness. Okay, when it comes to his agenda that he want to establish. And it says, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay, so that's what we're doing, man. Okay, we're paying attention. Yahweh Shah said, watch as well as pray. Okay. So that's it on that. Let me see. So once again, I just want like I said, brothers been doing videos throughout the day lately and throughout the week about the situation now, to keep your eye open. Okay, now they've given a warning, possibly a T attack from Iranian sleeper agents that done crossing the borders. Like I said, which a lot of is propaganda and already staged. Okay, so they can more and more trying to enter towards the NWO, man. Okay, but we'll see how things go throughout the coming weeks or months, man. Okay, but we know that we just that close to the Lord breaking this place down, man. Okay, and these elites can act on many, okay, many certain events they can use. Okay, so we keep our eye on this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the lesson here, and I pray that lesson will edify. Till next time, Lord willing. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.